I grew up in a family where public service was revered. It was actually considered the highest calling. And my father was elected to Congress when I was 5. He made me believe that I could do anything I wanted to do. The only thing is he didn't tell me how long it was going to take. I didn't think so much about a lack of women on Capitol Hill. It's interesting because there was a woman in Congress who was one of my father's great friends, and she was one of the early women in the House of Representatives, but she was a women's rights advocate. So it certainly encouraged me to run for office, having grown up around Washington, because it wasn't a big mystery. When I graduated from college, I thought I was going to be able to do whatever I wanted to do. I had a very good education. I had gotten very good grades. I had always gotten the message that I could, pursue any opportunities. And what I discovered in New York City was that the only thing anybody wanted to know was whether I could type. And I could type, but I didn't want to type. I wanted to be on a career path. So that was a very humbling experience to discover that my male friends were getting good jobs that had career paths ahead of them, and the only opportunities that I was coming upon were more clerical, and they weren't going anywhere. I was getting all these calls and was looking around to see if any other woman in the state of Pennsylvania was going to take on Senator Arlen Specter, who we had all witnessed grilling Anita Hill in the confirmation hearings for Clarence Thomas for the Supreme Court. I was very, very angered by those hearings and by the treatment that Anita Hill was getting, and so were millions of other women, as it turned out. You have to step up, when there's an opportunity, and seize it. And if you don't succeed the first time, it may turn out that something even better comes along and happens as a result. And in many ways, that's how I see Vision 2020 as the natural continuation of my stepping up to run for the U.S. Senate. We want to assemble the largest number of women and girl leaders ever assembled in the U.S. here in Philadelphia in 2020. We want to have our major cultural institutions and organizations all over the city involved with supporting what we're looking at, which is the history of women, but also where we are now and what the future holds. I just think our nation would be better off if our half of the population shared leadership with the other half, so that we are all working together to make a better nation.